how's that maybe applied on the football field for him?
Well, I think he's grown up some from it, matured some from it, and certainly is a wake-up call. You start looking at everything that you've worked for, on the brink of ruin. That'll get your attention in a hurry. But he's done a good job, applying himself in the classroom, and he's working hard. And he worked hard on the scout team last year. He looks really good out here. He's certainly in the hunt. We're glad that he's done well in school, and he's here at Purdue and has some eligibility, and he's a real talent. Throws the ball very well. It's going to work out for him.
Did being on the scout team last year just help him keep in quarterback rhythm?
It can. I think how he went about the business was a difference maker. Some guys can go down on the scout team and realize they're not getting ready to play the games and just go through the motions. And I don't believe he ever did that as the scout team quarterback last year. He went down there and took charge of the unit, and competed, and threw the ball well, and really challenged our defense. And I think that has a lot to do with where he's at right now. He's doing a great job, and he's behind some, but not near as much as he could be. His attitude as he went through this ordeal has been really good, and it's been a difference maker for him.
Is it pretty obvious, Danny, that Rob Henry's fingers feeling a lot better? I mean, can you tell just with him throwing these first 2 days of spring practice?
There's a big difference. He hasn't sailed too many passes, and there's a lot more accuracy. He throws the deep ball a lot better, and has a lot more confidence with it. He's a guy that has a lot of inner strength and a lot of character. We went through a lot last year, and his finger feels a lot better, and he's getting a lot better. And we're excited about it. He's going to be a really good quarterback.
He said he broke down virtually every play that he was in last year in the off season. What do you think that he took out of that experience, just watching that film, and being able to apply that to the spring?
I like the idea that he would come in the off season and look at every play. So obviously it's very important to him. He's a lot more familiar with the offense now. Sometimes you can go in there and watch film, and you're just watching film. He actually went out in there and looked at all the plays and critiqued himself, and knows what he's looking for, and I think that has sped up his development some.
How about, is that just to speak volumes of the kind of player he is, sort of that football junkie, and probably exactly what you want as a head coach?
Rob Henry's a winner. He's a winner. We knew that when we recruited him, and the players know he's a winner. He's easy to follow. The guys believe in him. His athleticism speaks for itself. He's certainly one of the top athletes on our football team, and the guys really respect his ability, his work ethic, all the intangibles. Obviously him spending all that time on his own is a big deal, but that's no surprise to us. We've always felt that way about Rob Henry.
If he's not, say, I know there's obviously a long way to go, but if he's not your starting quarterback, is it safe to say Purdue fans probably could see him at a variety of positions come the fall, just like we did to a certain degree this last fall?
Well, Rob Henry's healthy. He's going to be on the field, and right now he's our #1 quarterback, and he's getting better. So let's talk about him playing quarterback. He's doing a great job with that.
Saw Sean was sitting out today. Is there anything serious with him?
Nothing serious. He'll be okay in a couple of weeks. He took a spill yesterday in practice, and has sprained his knee, but he's okay.
There's no other ligament tear there?
No,
okay.
No, he's okay. He sprained his knee.
When you say knee from Purdue.
I know. I almost hated to bring it up, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
Is he the only one, other than the guys you had going into spring, on the shelf?
He's the only new injury, I believe. He's the only new injury. That's correct. We've held Cody Webster out some the last couple of days. He had a sore hamstring, and would probably be okay to go, but there's no sense to come out here and see how far he can punt it with a sore hamstring. It would be useless to attempt that right now. And it gives Carson a chance to work on the punting part of it some, which is good for our team, and Carson needs that work. But we've held Cody out the last 2 days, but Sean is the only one has been injured in practice so far.
Will you be in here all spring, inside?
No. When we come back from spring practice, we will
Spring
be
break, I mean.
from spring
Yeah.
break. I'm sorry, we'll be out on the practice fields in the back, and we might get in Ross 8 a little bit prior to the spring game. I don't know, but we're inside now because the fields aren't quite ready yet. They'll be ready in about 2 weeks. We'll come back in the morning and practice, and tomorrow is really an important day for us. It's the first day of pads, and that's always exciting because they can tackle and knock each other to the ground and have a lot of fun getting after it. But they're going to be sore and tired tomorrow. We practiced really hard today. They put a lot of effort into it. They really strained in practice. So tomorrow, it's not a lot of time for recovery. They'll have to come out here tomorrow and show some mental and physical toughness to put the pads on and get the same type of effort they have the last 2 practices, and they know that. We've brought that to their attention. That's the challenge tomorrow morning, to practice with the same effort and tempo tomorrow morning in full pads as you have the last 2 days. We've had 2 very good practices, and the focus has been excellent. The energy has been excellent. The attitude has been excellent. We're having a lot of fun, and the guys are doing a great job.
We do any scrimmaging tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're going to get after some. It'll be earmarked, I believe. I have to check the calendar, but I believe it's a tackle 50% or less during the
Okay,
practice.
one of those.
All right.
Danny,
50% less.
is one of the goals this spring, and you had told us, and it's obvious, impossible to replace a player like Kerrigan with one other player, but do you hope to exit the spring with maybe a great idea of who the 2 or 3 players that will fill his spot, not necessarily his shoes?
Well, everyone's out here competing, for a spot, and everyone's out here working to get better. We're going to try to manufacture the rush with the down lineman first and hang our hat on that, really work on the fundamentals of the pass rush, and we have some talented players to do it with, and no one will replace Ryan, but we may put a great effort towards doing it by committee. The latter part of spring, we'll come out here and spend some time manufacturing the pass rush some from a schematic standpoint. Some blitzes with smaller, faster people coming off the edge, but that's not the focus of the first part of spring. The bulk of spring will be dedicated towards the fundamentals, and we'll work on manufacturing a pass rush with our new down guys first. We have some potential over there. A lot of young guys that are talented, that can run, that have good size. They just need the reps and the work, and we'll manufacture some pass rush with our 4 down guys, and also from a schematic standpoint as well.
How focused will you be on draft day, watching the NFL where Kerrigan goes?
It'll be fun to watch. There's going to be some team out there that's going to take Ryan, and they're going to be very glad they did. He's a heck of a player.